A lot of us are wondering how to actually use Claude Cowork, and I'm one of those people. I'm like watching all these TikToks about my bot's doing this, and I have 8 agents doing this, and they're crawling that, and they're coding this. I'm just like, okay, like, what are they actually doing, and how do you actually have it set up? And so I've been fully building, and I'm an idiot. I'm just a general contractor. I'm a builder, but like I've always wanted to have my own tools in order to accomplish certain things. So let me just show you real quick how I have it set up. This might be a little bit longer with video, but I hope it's helpful to somebody. In terms of setup, I just have my laptop as my main, and then obviously connected to my wide screen for the actual dashboard that I'm using. And again, as a contractor, I like to just have a laptop, and it's a 4-year-old laptop. It doesn't have to be super powerful because most everything on Claude happens in the cloud. But I got the actual app because Cowork only works in the app. So you can have chat just outside the app and mobily, but you can't actually have Cowork mobile yet, nor can you have Claude Code yet. Just quick aside, if you do want to talk to your Claude through chat, you have to go through Dispatch, and then you can talk to Cowork to the whatever bot you have set up. Here's the problem. In Cowork, every time you start a new task, it's a brand new AI agent that you have to talk to. It has no memories of your other agents or bots or anything you've talked about before, unless you set it up to do so. And so basically what I did is I just said, hey, you are Apollo. I gave it a name. You can name it whatever you want. And I told it to create its own memory, and basically told it everything about my company, everything I'm trying to accomplish, and why I'm trying to accomplish these things. And it created its own memory in iCloud. So in iCloud, I just told it to create a folder, Apollo, and then every time I talk to it, I tell it to create different folders and refresh its memory. Again, I'm not a coder type guy. I just kind of follow the logic of how AI thinks and works, and I kind of taught myself to think like the computer. And here's a couple tricks about that. Just briefly, and again, I'm an idiot, but like the AI bot just runs through scripts and looks at folders and memories, and you have to tell it how to think. And so like I told him, hey, when I say remember, I want you to look at your existing memories and see if you already know this, and then write that memory into your memory. What else I get into a habit of doing is, before I prompt my Cowork AI bot, which is named Apollo, I go to chat, like just the general chat. You can even go to ChatGPT or whatever, and I help it prompt me what to tell Apollo, because it'll help think like an AI bot. So I'm going to tell my chat, hey, I want my bot, my AI bot, to create a dashboard for me, build a website, whatever. Here's what I want it to do. Help me help it. And it will ask you questions, and like you could just chat with the side bot, and then get that prompt, copy it, paste it when you're happy with it, put it into the Cowork, and then it'll just be so much more proactive and like just more smart with its token use and all that stuff. Speaking of token use, there are skills that you can teach and so a lot of these skills are for Claude Code, which is separate from Cowork, which is separate from Claude Chat, right? But you can teach your Cowork bot agent AI Apollo to learn those skills anyways, and it'll just be in like a README or like a .md, I believe, file, where it could like look at those skills and activate those skills. Here's another thing. To add skills, you could just tell your bot, but you could basically go to customize and go to skills and teach it new skills. Basically, this one says, activate Apollo persona. This is my chief of staff. So whenever I say, hey, Apollo, hi, hey, good morning, it activates my bot. And this is the most important part. Again, in order for Apollo to know itself, I have to activate it, and it will go and scrub and go into memories, and it will teach itself to, hey, anytime Max says hello, you go to this folder and you go to Apollo and you read about yourself. Okay. I know that's a little clunky, but again, that's kind of how I figured out that's how AI thinks. It thinks through like this like linear funnel. And I know this is like still early days of AI. And if you're still watching this, you're like insanely advanced or you're a curious person to just like know. Soon AI will just be fully integrated into our phones and into our computers and probably into our chip brains or whatnot. But right now, this is how Claude Code works. Anyways, skills are important because there's lots of them available for people who have like CEO, for example. So Demeter, this is old because I have another computer where I have Demeter. He is my SEO guy. He basically is trying to help me out. Again, I had this whole prompt created by a different AI bot, and I told it exactly what I want. And he created this huge prompt for my SEO bot to build out a dashboard of exactly what I need. And so right now he's about to start building me a dashboard. I taught him the skills of CEO. So some smart, brilliant genius went on GitHub and taught the AI how to run SEO. So again, it's just like linear read files of like, okay, go to this, check that, check this metadata, make sure it corresponds with all this like technical stuff that like you're gonna pay thousands and thousands of dollars to an SEO professional to do, but these bots can just do. Anyways, let me show you what I've actually built so far because this video is getting super long, and then I can do more videos if anybody's interested. Okay, so practically speaking, after I set up Apollo, trained him on skills, I gave him design skills, I told him to the no slop skill, which is another thing that's like super important. I'll show you later. I had him build me a dashboard. I called it the command center. Whenever I go on this website, and it's in my GitHub, so I can do it mobilely too, it pulls this up. So this is Apollo Command Center, right? So it tells me the day, how many days till my first target goal. If I click on that, it'll talk through my milestones for that goals, what have I done, what am I working on, right? My journal. So I have a journal. So like, here's my spiritual journal, like whatever I'm feeling on my spiritual level, because I'm a spiritual person. Then I'm on a personal, like what I'm going through. Business, like what I'm working on, what I'm thinking about, and then fitness. Then I have a weight tracker. I told it to create an app, essentially show me, preview the last week, how I'm doing this and that. I'm trying to lose some weight. And then I have like goals on my milestone goals. And anytime I can tell Apollo, I'm like, hey, update, my dashboard, he will go and create new code. Like right now, I don't like these underlines, for example. So let me just tell him to fix those. All right, so what I said is, hey Apollo, on my command center, I don't like that the milestones are underlined. Can you change, don't mess with anything else? So it's just working on it. Okay, so AI needs some hand holding sometimes. Basically, it's like, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. So I screenshotted this and attached the screenshot. Okay, so it figured out what was happening. It was looking at the wrong file. It was looking at the dashboard built into here because I have it. It wasn't looking at the mobile version. So it's been about a minute and a half. It's just thinking and looking at these cards. It's realizing what is happening. It's cleaning and pushing. Okay, side quest. So I'm on the Pro Max 5X, and I'm like at 90% because again, I had my SEO bot working over there, and they're both pulling from the same, pool. And so now I'm at 90%, and it just kind of warned me. But anyways, it said shipped, commit, give it a minute or two, boom, done. No underlines. And that's the thing. It's like you could just talk to it and it will help you code. Again, this is through Cowork, not Code. I don't really use Code. Again, I have other agents. So like within Cowork, there's Apollo, which is my chief of staff, and he has other hats, and we can talk about hats later because I have my fitness trainer. It's still Apollo, but it's a hat of Apollo. I didn't want to have a completely separate agent because I do want it to pull memory from kind of the reason for reasons that I could talk to in other videos. I have Athena, and again, like Greek mythology or whatever. So it's like you can name them whatever you want. But I got Athena. I gave her skills in terms of design. Like there's all sorts of design repos in GitHub that like tell you color palettes, different fonts, like what fonts not to use, like all these kind of rule of skills. Again, they're skills pre-built. I always have my bot scrub the skills, see if it's useful, search for skills, look up, like search on Reddit, like what skills are actually going to be useful for what I'm trying to do. Again, like you're really prompting the AI to do a good job for itself, giving it the right tools and like with a end goal in mind. So like my main thing has been like for the past like 2 years since like AI came out, I've just been like using it and like trying to figure it out. Is like, how does it actually think and why does it do mistakes, for example? Because if you can like prevent it from like veering off and doing stupid stuff, you can save a lot of time and obviously tokens. And so like I have to wait for like 2.5 hours or pay more money. Right now I'm paying $100 a month. But I know this video is long, but I hope it helps somebody. This is all stuff I've kind of learned from just like, white knuckling it. But if you want more videos, comment something just so the algorithm pushes it to more people that are interested. And I'm not like a content creator, but I just figured I'd make this for myself.